Hey, how you doing?
Um,
Good afternoon.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, one of them. One of them.
Yeah, we have someone, because we're such a distributed team, we have someone always coming on the call saying that, and I thought I'm gonna copy it. Oh,
Hi Annie, I just saw you pushed some commits right now to the token fee. Okay, should we start? Are we waiting for anybody else? Okay, I have a very short list of items for today. I don't know if anybody else has something that they would like to discuss, if they want to kind of go first, or anything.
go for it.
Okay, so yeah, I want to announce a new blog post. The Hiero blog has we've been working on it recently. Got a small team together. It's open source, anyone can contribute, but we have a working team. And I've started to create these two little blog posts. So this is the open issues for August, and it details a little bit about the kind of tasks that we have available for more experienced developers and for some new developers. I know there's a little bit of a difference maybe in how to categorize that, but yeah, this is something that I've been adding to it. I haven't opened up any issues. I don't know whether it should be like an issue in the Python SDK. We need a new blog post for August, or we should blog about this, or if it's just in the Hiero blog because it's going in the Hiero blog code. But it would be good to kind of say that this blogging thing is something that is available to anybody. You can get it reviewed by the community as well. I started it a little bit not so formal. So for now, it's just written by me, but it could be written by other people, and it could be better structured, better written, and everything. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to do. And now, don't know if anybody has any other blog post ideas or something that we should think about in the future. Hi, Angelina.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, hi. I think that's really cool. It's very nice that you're doing this, and I mean, it's awesome that it's open for the community. Um, I think we could probably have probably not an issue because the issue would be related to the code. And this is more like Hiero based. But I think what we definitely could do is putting a link to this block into the README with a couple of sentences explaining the you can read along as the SDK progresses, and people can, of course, raise pull request issues. As this is a community-based SDK, you can also get involved in writing or propose a blog post or anything that you would like to hear about. And how does this sound? I'm just mindful that if we start raising issues for blog posts, it might be a bit cluttered in the issue section. So I'd rather have a separate or in the readmes, if that makes sense.
No, I think that's good. Would it be like the overall README? We have, yeah, the module README. Yeah, I'll just write that down.
I would probably put it in the you know how we did a link to contributing guide and maintainers and so, because the overall reading is what you first read when you come to the project. So I think it should probably be somewhere on the top thing, read our blog posts or contribute to blog posts, and then for like something more in depth, if that's needed, for example, a list of all articles that so far have been produced, or what we're looking for. I don't know. There could be another sub-revenue, like we do with contributing, owning, etc. We could have a special one that we then just link in the main one.
Okay. Say somebody does get an idea for a blog post, but doesn't yet have the time to do it, or they're working on something else. Do you think that a good place would be to add an issue in the Hiero blog? Because I think is that more of like the technical aspects for.
I'd say, yeah, either an issue in the Hiero blog, or if you want to do it for the Python SDK directly as like kind of inputs of what people would like to read about. We could even have a form where people can just submit their ideas, and then we can discuss them here, for example, on the call. I don't know. Anyone else have any ideas?
Okay. Yep, feel free to add to the comment as well. You don't have to speak out loud if you don't want to. Okay, so that's the blog. Another thing is the Discord I wanted to talk about. So we have a Python SDK Discord within the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust. I don't know whether so when I click invite to server, I get like the general Hyperledger link. Is it possible to get just the Python link to make that easier to access and easier to find?
I don't know, but I would love to know, because every single time I'm trying to find the channel, it takes me like 10 minutes. Because I'm in so many Discord channels. It would be good if we have one that goes straight there.
Yeah, I think I somehow added it to my favorites, but then I got a bit nervous. I wasn't sure if I was changing it for the group in some instances. I saw that Roger had one of the Hiero SDK Pythons, like the full sophisticated link. I don't know how he got that, so I guess I can ask him. But yeah, in here we announce different things, but it's also a place to ask questions, and that should notify anybody that's in that server. Okay, so that's the second thing with the Discord link. So that's an option always available. Right, next aspect. Yeah, does anybody want to discuss any of the transactions they have been working on? and if you have any questions or need any clarifications with any of the requirements.
I had a question regarding the issue. It's not anything like issue specific. It was just more or less like of a general question. I've noticed that some of the needed requirements are not all fully listed on the issue pages. Like for example, token unfreeze transaction. Yes, it did have where the files were supposed to go, but to newcomers, it may not be so trying to think of the word like obvious as to what they need to include into the rest of the issue. Like, is there going to be more than just the test case or the transaction files? Do they need to make changes to the readmes? Some of the issues didn't document those things fully, so I didn't know if that was just something maybe we could try to improve upon to help them out a little bit, so that way they can get up to speed a bit quicker.
That's really good feedback. Let me look because I thought the issues mentioned to add tests, but yeah, I think because we thought we did these very early, and I think they haven't changed since. Maybe it's a bit unclear because we haven't specified what test. Let me see, contract delete transaction. No, that hasn't been added by me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are okay. Nowadays we don't have okay, especially with the new raised ones, we don't have so many, I guess, my mind is just gone. Details in them. So in the old ones, and I'm trying to copy, I guess I take this as an action to try to copy this over. We kind of had let me see if I can copy it into the Zoom channel. Chat. We did have a link to the protobuffs and also kind of claim, do a pull request, etc. But you're actually right. It doesn't say readme changes. It doesn't say add tests. I think in general, it's just always best practice that if someone picks up a feature that you like, that it's like a full end-to-end, as in you want to change the changelog, the readmes, make sure the CI/CD is passing, that you have enough tests for all the cases. But yes, it's if it's not specified on the issue, that's the first time where it can be confusing. So that's a very valid point.
Thank you. It wasn't for every single one. It was just, I was more or less reading one issue and I noticed it. I just wanted to make sure that everything was documented just for the newcomers, more or less, so that they can kind of get up to speed and help out as quickly as possible. But thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I think you know what's probably going to be the easiest instead of doing it. I mean, you'll please correct me if I'm wrong, but instead of putting this to every single issue, it's a lot of copy and pasting. If we maybe write out the contributing guide to be more specific, as in, I'll know sort of code in the pull request guides. We have a guide that is more specific. Okay, yeah, the code contribution says fork repository, take the issue and then put code that has tests to prove it's working. But yeah, this could be more explanatory to say like what like everything that we would like to see and all the checks someone should do before they raise a TR. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I think this is probably the best place to change it. And then we can just link this contributing guide every single new issue. That will save a lot of copy and paste. And then it also makes it easier for everyone that's new to see like what guides we actually have and how to raise the PR and all that stuff. What do you think?
It sounds awesome. Thank you.
And at least for
Cool.
me, it would be useful to learn like, which of the pull requests you would want more information. I know we're working towards building like a better general documentation
Yeah.
foundation that we can refer to.
Oh, nice.
But just having like a comment on a given pull request will tell us very clearly, okay, this one needs improving, this one's not clear. I know you were saying it was just thinking about new starters, so maybe that's a little bit kind of extra effort on your part that isn't really related to what you're trying what transaction maybe you're doing, but that would be really helpful. I know that there are some pull requests that some issues that I've made that are much lower effort than others. Nadine made some great documentations at the beginning with how to create transactions. And I was trying to copy some of that over to some of the new ones, but we don't have copy paste sort of issue templates for everything. Yeah, so some of the when I've had not much time, the documentation for the issue has been quite sparse, and I think that's a problem because I have noticed a lot more new starters, they join when the documentation is really good. So that's a mistake on my part, for sure.
No,
Yeah.
no mistakes at all. Girl, you are doing absolutely amazing. It was just something that I had noticed, and mostly for the older issues that we had closed already. But I haven't been able to take a look at anything new and more or less just anything that's come about within the last, I would say, 4 to 5 days. It was just something that I had looking at for the issues that have been open like weeks ago that we weren't, I guess, may not have just seen or just too far back to really take a good close look at. But like I said, no mistakes. You've done an amazing job with everything so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have to think how we solve this so it's not annoying for people that have been working on the project for a long time or know the project, because if every single small issue we have to erase, we have to copy and paste everything over and adapt, I think people will go nuts, especially if they're going to assign the issue probably to themselves later. So I think to put this all in a ways more um ways more explanatory contribution guide that which is often that we can link every single time, even maybe automatically. I think that would probably solve this issue. So everyone has straight away, okay, I need to read this. This is showing me how do I create a transaction? How do I submit a PR? How do I make sure I have covered everything that people would like to see? And then that will make it really easy for us and just copy and paste the link basically. And it will also make it easy for people joining the project to read up on it. Does that hopefully, what do people think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
Awesome, because then everyone saves time. Yeah, again, thank you so much for your contribution, Sophie. So yeah, you've been
Yes, thank you,
brilliant since the
Sophie.
start.
Oh, I think she may. Oh, she sent a message in the chat. I think she had to step away.
Sorry, I had to go away for a moment.
We were just singing your praises.
Okay, I missed a good bit. Annie Rood has sent some messages in the chat regarding the Discord channels. So there's an image that I've not seen before. I'm not in. It looks like a Hiero Discord. I don't know if somebody's able to confirm if that's the Hiero Discord?
Yes, that's our Discord. So a lot of Python questions actually don't go to the Linux Foundation one because it's really hidden. But we have in the Hedera Discord, we have, as you can see on the left side of the screenshot, we have a channel for every single one of our SDKs. So there someone asked about the environment setup and they were a bit confused. And due to that, I actually have raised, I think I changed it. Did I not change it already? A PR to fix that. Maybe I forgot to actually raise it. So if you not in that channel yet, please, if you want, please all join. It's usually where a lot of the developers go if they have questions, because if they're using our SDK, they're usually looking for the Hedera Discord.
Do you have the link for it?
Yes, let me send that to you.
Thanks. Yeah, so I wasn't part of that, but that sounds useful to be part of and also learn like the user feedback. But Anirudh, there is a second Discord channel, which is the Linux Foundation one, which is it is the one that is usually recommended in the Hiero calls. So that's why I've been linking it.
I dropped a link to the channel as well. I think that'll help.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Angelina has found the nice the nicer link that looks like it's direct to the Python SDK, the Hiero one. Okay, and then we have some more questions. So integration tests only work locally if we use the ED2225519 account and not the ECDSA account. Is that a bug? Yes, I think. Oh no, the integration tests.
I think it's the same with like a lot of our example scripts that we don't work with. They could be specified it now, and so they are kind of set to that key and not the DSA. So it's not really a bug, it's currently a feature.
Yeah, Annie, maybe you could send over a chunk of that as well, or like a reference to it, and I could have a look at it as well. But that could just be a feature. Okay, so any other questions with the current transactions that are being worked on or are issues?
I could say that on my side, I'm almost finished with the contract transactions. So I have them locally, but I have some more work on them. And when we merge the call query, I will open new one. So yeah, and then I don't know which transactions I will go after. Maybe schedule transaction. Yeah, schedule trade transaction is missing, so I think I will work on it and explore if you need some help with some issues. You can tell me and I will get them.
How could we contact you, Dosi?
What?
If
How do
if
we get in touch with you?
Ah, how do you want? By email, by I don't know, Discord. I'm in the two Discord servers.
okay, yeah, that would probably be best in the Hiero Discord. We can just link your name and then that will send over a question.
Okay.
Is your Discord name the same as your current name?
No, I can send it to the chat. This is
Okay.
white in Bulgarian.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So his name is in the chat. Yeah, that's great. The only other thing I had written down is I mean, oh yeah, I had a question with one of my pull requests, which is the token hinting. Nadine has mentioned that so I've taken over some of it from Roger, and Roger did a really great job. And one of the things that he is proposing is changing some of the import styles with some of the token modules. So that is going to mean a couple of breaking changes, I think. So I need to document that in the README. But if anyone has any comments like against that, or let me know, because I'm going to look at it shortly and just finish the review.
Okay, I will see it. About the change logs, we fill them when we make a change. So, for example, when you add transaction or query, you don't have to add something, right?
Okay, yeah, I remember Nadine mentioning that. I think she wanted that to be a check each pull request. So every pull request would have to be on the change log, because I think the change log was to tell somebody in like a future blog post or like a future download of the package what is in the new version.
Okay, so I could start filling them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a yes. Maybe you ping a message to Nadine to make sure. I've forgotten to look at that as well, but I will need to add to that.
Okay. So my mission, I will tell, for the next 2 weeks is to finish all transactions. So we are up to date with the other SDKs. And then I think I will check for missing things from heaps that are not implemented yet. So yeah.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, that's extremely fast progress. It feels like last week you were still working on just the token service, and then you moved on to the file service and did that in no time at all. In smart contract service, I've seen the pull requests that you're submitting, and there's a lot of changes in there. There's many lines of code.
Yeah, sorry, it's just it's complicated, and I was not
Yeah.
sure how to make it uh, understandable for everyone.
I think I will definitely have some questions in the future. If one day you do end up having a little bit of time, like just a session where you do like a crash course on the smart contract service, that would be really interesting. I read through the code, but you know, you need to dig into everything to really understand and see how it links together, and it
Yeah.
keeps building up on itself.
I would also be interested in that myself. I am learning Solidity, and I put out a few smart contracts about a week or two ago. So any more learning that I can do on smart contracts, sign me up.
So I'm not an expert in the smart contracts. I'm learning them myself also.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you looking to develop one on the side like after you're learning, or is it just something that you've recently gotten into?
Uh, I mean, I work with smart contracts for 6, 7 months, but not
Okay.
that deep. Like, I understand Ethereum, so it is kind of the same with the Hedera.
Mhm.
It's basically EVM. So, for the purpose of the Python SDK, it's not that too much depth. I mean, the protobufs are doing everything, and you just wrap them and
Yeah.
try to test them. So I created like 3 smart contracts so we could test the functionalities.
Do you happen to have any links to those contracts? If not, it's okay. I was just very curious.
They're in the SDK, like in the main. They're in the folder examples and contracts. You can see them.
Oh, okay, I see, I see. Examples.
So there are simple contracts that help with the testing of the SDK.
I see. That's pretty neat. Never thought of using them for testing. I just only ever seen them used for token standards and voting and various other kinds of transactions. Testing was not one of the things I had ever thought of, but that is so cool.
Yeah, for example, the contract stateful, that's called stateful contract. There are 2 fields, bytes and address. So I test the constructor of the smart contract, then test the get message, the set message. So yeah, just to make sure the SDK works like it should.
Wow, that is, I'm gonna be honest, writing tests, I think Sophie can also attest to this, is not my strong suit. I have a Windows machine and testing on here is it's like a journey to the moon and back, more or less. So I'm sorry, I probably sound like such a nerd or whatever. It's just I really like smart contracts and solidity. I'm sorry, I'm just like very, very captivated and intrigued by that. But that is amazing that they're able to do that. And amazing that you were able to create that. That is absolutely awesome.
Thank you. So I'm not sure that these are the best practices.
No, from what I'm reading, it seems pretty fairly solid. It doesn't, I would have to go a little bit further into it. Just like more or less on the testing side. Testing again, not my strongest area. Wish it was, still trying, but I would definitely go through this and try to test it myself if I can.
Okay, you
For
can.
Angie to,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, did I say after you?
No, you after.
So Angie, I remember, yeah, we were talking about testing quite a while back, and there's an open issue.
Yeah.
I think it's open, which is trying to expand the documentation for the testing that we have.
Do you
Because I think
see if
our
I can
existing README was created when we had all the tests in one file, and now they are unit and integration tests in different files. And I don't think we had been able to separate with like Windows machines either. So if you are able to crack that, that would be a great addition to the documentation, being able to refine that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think once we had PyTest installed, or I think we had to install JQ in order for me to get PyTest on this computer, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have a Windows 10, and I think one of the, I correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if it's the right word, but drawback, or I guess issues with Windows 10 is that you have to install a few other things in order to get PyTest and PyCharm to work on the Windows machine. But I'm gonna run back through my notes and see what it was specifically that ended up making it work. I think it was JQ and something else, but I'll go through it specifically and try to optimize and expand on that. Do you happen to have a wait, I think this, let's see.
No, but I'm happy to try and test your notes. I can pull out an old laptop
Yeah.
and have a play. But yeah, that would be an amazing addition, even if you're not, even if you're able to just contribute a little bit to it. It doesn't necessarily need to resolve it all.
Yeah, just I can't remember what that was. That's gonna captivate me all day. I'm gonna have to go through and figure that out.
Oh no, it's the morning for you as well.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, so in terms of things that need to be done, I think we need to refine the contributing guide. We are talking about the testing guide. And we need to update the Discord references in the README. And we need to look back at the changelog and check if we have all the recent changes. I know there are a couple of GitHub actions that we wanted to add. One was the changelog, and another is Pylint, which Piyush was working on. I think Piyush needs a little bit more clarity with what is required. I think they already submitted something and there was some feedback, but I think there are further questions. So I don't know whether you are able to help with that or Angelina, but I'll link the pull request. So if there's any clarity, something you could add to that, that would be helpful. I'm not sure exactly how to do it myself. Pylint is a checker that helps you see if there's any white space and things in your code. And in general, I think it's good to have it as a check. I don't know whether it's good to have it as a necessary check. So I'm not too sure how to do all of that, if anyone has any experience in that.
I don't have any experience with the Pylint, but I was setting it up like 2 weeks ago, and it was not the best experience in my life. So I guess my only concern for the Pylint is the rules that the Pylint works on. So
Yeah,
they should be a standard for everyone in the SDK. So it is consistent.
Yeah, right now I think it's been set up to just have like the standard rules, but I know you can configure them. But yeah, there are some rules that I don't really care too much about. I might have done something different, but in general, I would say that it's probably better to just go with the standards unless it's a problem.
So I'm a little confused. I'm looking at the last comment from yesterday. This one was one you had posted. I have a ci.yaml file. I thought that was a requirement for all the GitHub actions. No? To have that file in there?
Andrew, I think you might know more than me.
Okay, no, you're good. I'll take a look at this for them and see what I come up with. I have a little bit experience from it from one of my older projects, but it's been a minute. But yeah, I can take a look at this and see if I have any helpful advice to contribute.
Okay, so aside from all of that, I think I have nothing else on my end. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to discuss or have questions?
No, I'm good. Dulcie, I didn't forget about the node account ID issues. I do have them, I swear. I had gotten so sidetracked. I had some family things come up, but I promise I will get to that as soon as I can. And if you're ever doing any sessions or want to collaborate on the smart contracts, please let me know. I would love to talk about it more, try to expand upon it wherever possible. But other than that, thanks everybody.
Okay, for the node account issue, don't worry. We have time, it's not urgent. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. Well, thanks everyone. Have a good afternoon. Have a good morning. See you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for attending.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
Dulce.
Have a good one.